Yep. And even up in the corner to switch to live. So.
There we go. Okay, so this is our CIT360 group project meeting. We're going to schedule or attempt to schedule um, our deadlines for this course. All right, so we wanted to make an Excel sheet that would list all the dates. The Excel sheet also makes it easy to change. And we're making a Google Excel sheet which everyone will have access to. So Brother Barney suggested that we start with code examples and not necessarily start with UML stuff yet. Thoughts?
I'm just trying to see how many things we've got that we need to show proficiency on for that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7,
Let's see here.
9. I'm counting 9. Let me double check. Yeah, so 9 different code topics that we have to show our proficiency on, or fluency, sorry, on those. So 9 different areas of fluency for Java code, and then
Right.
Okay, we're gonna have to do multiple of these, like do a couple of them in a week because we got to do use cases, state diagrams, all that kind of stuff as well.
mhm.
Remember a page of the syllabus that was on?
There was not a page. It was on the website. If you go to his website, it's under.
But I can't.
Is it under syllabus?
If you have a chat window there, I just posted the link to go straight to the.
We lost someone.
Jacob. Yeah, it looks like Jacob dropped. Oh. Let's see if we can get him added back on.
Google's doing funny things tonight. Ah, here we go.
Is he back? I just sent him another invite. Oh, did you make one already? Or is this the sheet that...
That's the link to the one that he's got us for. That's not a new one.
Good to have you back, Jacob. All right. So we have more topics than weeks, so we can't do like one a week, for instance.
Well, I don't know if each of those necessarily has to be its own topic, because it looks like the diagrams, the use case diagram and use case document. But for the diagrams, we basically, from my understanding, is we just have to create one and then be able to explain it to him what the different thing is. So we could be doing, we're probably going to be doing that as we're working on whatever app or program that we're working.
Right.
You know, some people can be working on, you know, whoever has a better understanding of that, or there are programs out there where you can take your code and the program will generate your use case, whatever diagram for you from your code.
Used those before. Practical.
Yeah.
Well,
and so we just have to be able to explain it from there.
Yeah. Brother Barney did mention that we should probably split up things, and basically in our meetings we'll kind of teach each other. I think that's what he was talking about.
Right. Okay. So then, do we just want to plan, like, let's see, there's 4 of us. Do we want to each take a topic and rotate? So for instance, let's say this next week, I'll take Java collections, Jeremy will take Hibernate, Corey can take JSON and QC JSON, and then Jacob can take like JUnit tests or another one. We do our research on it. We teach each other, and we just take those 4 topics and just rotate a bit. Does that make sense?
That works for me.
What do you guys think?
Work? Yeah, that'd be fine. I don't know. I'm wondering if some of those have more inside of them, though. Don't want to be too overwhelmed by one of a large topic.
I guess we could just take. We don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know yet for sure. I mean, it's not like we have to, or whatever dates we set are like hard coded. If we don't have it done by the date we have planned, we get an F.
Yeah.
We just have to have, okay, this is our tentative date for when we want to have this done. Oh, hey, we found out that, hibernation stuff's a lot harder to understand for our group, so we had to push that back.
Right.
Yeah, well, and with Scrum, you may set a schedule at the beginning, but it could change as you move through the process, the project.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not ever set in stone with Scrum. It can change.
All right. So we know that things are going to change. Do we just want to take a shot at planning this and then change it along the way?
That's fine.
Yeah.
So how long do we think it would take for us to get up to speed on any of this stuff?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I've heard of threads. I've used a thread before, but that was a long time ago. Most of this stuff's gonna be brand new for me.
Yeah.
Likewise. And so do you want to, I mean, we could go try to present, take this week individually and study it, and maybe next Tuesday, okay, be like, okay, here's where I'm at.
Okay.
And maybe I'd say give ourselves, we've got, I don't know, give it 4 weeks for the topic stuff. What else do we have to do here? I mean, the professionalism, that's not too difficult. That's just are we being professional in our meetings with him and with this? Other than that, that in our journal.
Yeah, the journal.
Yeah, the journal there. So I mean, if we took 2 weeks each to go I mean, we could even do 3 weeks, just kind of go study this up and plan on maybe in 3 weeks being ready to have a more formal presentation for everyone. I don't know how that works with you guys, but
on what subjects though?
On
3 weeks for one subject, we're gonna run out of time for the semester.
I'm thinking, so we each alter, so whatever 4 things were assigned, so within 3 weeks from now, we'll each kind of present our topics, because at that point, if we've taken the time to study it and understand it, we should be able to teach it to each other in a way that we can understand it and not in some crazy programmer technical language.
Okay. So then...
So in 3 weeks from now, we'll have 4 of those things taught to each other.
And so by the end of that 3-week period, 4 of these things we should us 4 understand them individually equally. Is that correct?
Yep. And we'll also have the meetings in between to kind of help teach each other. So I guess that's my guess, is have a 3-week mastery period for the elements.
What do you guys think?
I think we get 3 weeks. That would definitely be. I'm looking at some of the topics right now, like Java collection. Well, I mean, collections are similar to arrays, so it's just the different types of collections. So it's not a huge general topic that would take a lot of work.
Right, so then in that 3-week period, that could be like what Scrum terms as a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could be like our first sprint. And then we have like deadlines in between that. So we'll meet up, for instance, in 3 days. We'll say Friday we meet up in class and teach each other what we've learned so far on our subjects we assign each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we pick another time next week to where we do that. then pick another time the week after that, and then by those couple meetings, we should be more familiar with the topics, and we can meet up more often for sure.
Yeah,
So this
I know
is,
Fridays in class, those will be the presentation days where if people are presenting in
okay,
class. So I don't know how much time we'll have on Fridays, but
right.
just something to keep in
Well,
the back burners we're considering. So
yeah, and our stand-up meetings that we're having 3 times a week are um, kind of similar. We could kind of see where we're at with our sprints, and then we could have our little more in-depth talking about what we're learning meetings too.
Okay. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 topics.
yeah,
Yeah.
Plus the 5 in the diagrams.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not terribly worried per se about the diagrams just yet. I know, maybe I might be putting my foot in my mouth though, but
Most of us have taken classes from McLaughlin or something like that, so we at least have a foundation for UML.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
we we have a little etched dust from something in our hand that we can, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much I know.
So then, to schedule this out, so you want to do 3-week intervals, I guess, or how do you want to do this?
3-week intervals.
Yeah, so each sprint's 3 weeks. So within each sprint, we'll be working on whatever element of our stuff or our projects.
By the end of that 3-week sprint, we should, in theory, be at least on an agree or disagree. Hopefully, I don't disagree, but at least on an agree for the topics we're assigned.
Yeah. So you're saying that, so starting now for the next 3 weeks, each of us would have a topic that we're studying and teaching each other about, and then the next 3 weeks we'd have another topic that we're doing, and then same thing the next 3 weeks.
That would not necessarily work the way he wants it to be done. So in the 3 weeks, for instance, I would have learned about Java collections. Let's say I teach that, or that's my topic. And then once we feel proficient, we'll switch. So then, Jerem, you'll take Java collections, and I can take Hibernate, we'll say. And then we'll take up kind of where you left off.
After 3 weeks, though, just the one topic each? It says that on the disagree that like each individual needed to have had their own sandbox code. So by after 3 weeks, it's like we need all of us to have maybe about four things done.
Yeah, and that's the idea behind the 3-week sprint is we're all studying these 4. So we're all assigned one, and then when we have those little meeting intervals, we switch periodically.
Which what we're learning.
There are weekly intervals, or what?
Both. So that we have the big 3-week sprint, and sounds like we're going to try to divide that within those 3 weeks. That'll be subdivided into smaller sprints for each week.
Yes.
So
we could just do the smaller sprints and not worry about dividing it up.
And that might work too. Hi, sir.
I guess I'm not quite understanding. So
I think the biggest thing is
that. Let's see.
Go ahead.
In the first sprint, each of us has our own individual topic we're studying, right?
Correct.
And then we study that, we teach each other, and then we all rotate those 4 topics we were studying. So everybody has a different one of those 4.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to do it just a week and a half then? So that way we're not, and we can kind of see where that's at. I'm thinking maybe if we do that way, we get two people, different people teaching each subject, and maybe at that point, because just with the three, we're not going to won't be able to get a full rotation through 4 topics in 3 weeks to give everyone the chance to go and study it.
So we only end up studying 2 of the 4 topics ourselves, but we're each taught the 4 during those 3 weeks.
And that way we get 2 different teachers, so we get how we're different teaching methods, understanding, explanations.
And it might be that like you were saying, if it was Jeremy that was saying that Java collections are a lot like arrays, it might be that that's easy enough to explain for everyone.
Yeah, and then we can, if everyone gets it, we can, we've got this, we can toss a new one in there.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
What?
What do you think so far of that kind of framework?
I think it would work.
So today's the 12, 1, 2, 3. What's that?
Yeah, because there's 12 weeks left in the semester counting this week.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
If that's the case, that would leave us with 3.
About 12. We have about 12 to 13, depending on if you count finals week or not.
Yeah. So that gives us 4 sets of 3 weeks, which that could work. It'd give us time to learn things, and then still give us enough time to put those things to work in the second half.
Another way to do it, if we're kind of hesitant on this rotating thing, is we simply do like a 4-day sprint, and we just keep repeating it. So for the next 4 days, I'll take Hibernate, Jeremy, you take Java collections, JSON, so forth. We assign it out. And we end up on where we kind of talk about each day and what we're learning. We meet up after the 4th day to kind of really teach each other, and then we switch again.
Yeah. 4 days, I'm trying to think how that would work.
Just an idea. The days don't matter. I'm just trying to find a system that we can use to get this stuff done.
Yeah. When you were saying the 4-day thing, I had a thought that maybe kind of a Monday through Thursday thing. So like Monday we can start studying a topic, and then Thursday we all present to each other our topics. And then
now, for this class, is it I can't remember if you in the syllabus if it said anything about attendance, like if we have to be there in class.
Attendance is not a requirement.
Okay.
At all.
Because I'm thinking, if we've got that many people, we could theoretically, like on a Thursday or something, we could go schedule a study room somewhere else, so that way we're not having to clamor over everyone else to try to help teach each other somewhere, and we can do that through the scheduling office pretty easy.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of study rooms around campus.
Yeah.
Not all the study rooms are very sufficient in Wi-Fi.
That's true. We got a Wi-Fi guy in our group, though. I'm sure I can. I can pinpoint where they're at. Be like, okay, we want this one, this one, this one, not this one, not this one. Go pull up the campus Wi-Fi maps and map that out.
Many of them are often reserved in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. You just tell me you have it reserved and you can kick them out. I'm kidding. Okay, so let's make sure we make some headway tonight. I have to go at 9:30. So, what's our plan? How do we want to go about this?
Well, let's just pick 4 topics and.
Yeah, I guess that's good. We'll kind of take this 4 topics, see how it is, because if some of it is easy and easy to teach, then we may need to reevaluate or kind of stuff. So until we really dig and get into the material, we won't know where we're standing. Okay, is this going to work?
Right.
I think for now, doing this, the 3 week, or in 3 weeks, we'll switch topic grouping. So we'll stay with the same 4 topics for the next 3 weeks and every 4 days or something, we cycle through what we've got.
That being the case, if we do that, will we have enough time before the end of the semester? That means we're going to have 4 rotations. Yeah, 4 rotations of 4 topics. So 16 topics is what it'll end up being.
Mm-hmm.
That should be enough time.
We should treat it at least as if we had at least 16 topics.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3-week intervals where we actually all of us switch topics, but within that 3-week period, we rotate within our 4 topics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, on a daily, when we do our daily scrum, like our daily meeting, we want to talk about progress. What do we want to talk about in those meetings?
It generally goes what you've done, any setbacks you've had, and then what your plans are for until the next meeting.
Yeah.
That's
basically
the general layout for the scrum. So anything
your study of the topic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Then any volunteers to go ahead and lay that out in an Excel sheet?
So 4-day cycles, or are we going to do the week cycles? I can go toss that together. I've got a calendar right in front, physical calendar, so I can go sketch that. I just need to know how many days I need to plan for the topic switching.
Yeah.
I intend to be
very fine-tune
assertive. I intend to be very assertive in this course.
Okay.
So, as far as I only have one other class this semester, so everything has got to go toward this class pretty well.
Okay.
So, I'm open, but I intend to desire to meet very often.
Right.
Sure.
Well, we'll be meeting daily, and then we have group meetings twice a week. And then on top of that, whenever you schedule a meeting with Brother Barney.
Yeah. Now are they group, individual, or both?
The scheduled ones, it can be whatever. So we can go schedule to meet with them, or we can just schedule on an individual basis to go meet with them. But he did suggest at least a bi-weekly meeting with them individually.
Yeah.
I was in there today. I think I mentioned it to Greg. So he's got 2 books. The book that's for this class, the Java 2, it's called Doing More with Java. But he also has a book out there that he's made that's called Just Doing Stuff with Java. And so if you need, if you're worried or feel like you need some remediation, he suggested in my meeting with him to go read through that book to help get caught up.
Where's that one at?
What's that book?
So one of them's it's not, but you basically can just do a Google search for it. So one's called the one for this one is Doing More with Java, and then I just Googled Doing Stuff with Java, Lee Barney, and it pulled it up. So I can go pull that up right now.
But it's just a PDF download?
Yeah.
So same way that you got the other one through the zip file.
Oh, I've seen this one before. It was in iTunes though, and I'm not doing the Mac.
Oh, I didn't do it through there either. I did it straight through GitHub. Here it is.
So is it the same zip file or is it a different zip file?
It's a different. So you have a doing more and doing stuff. Oh, which one is it? That's not the one I want.
Oh, I remember this. Yenrab, or Barney spelled backwards.
Yep.
So for those of us, which I'm one of them, who has to go and do some remediation, there's the good readings for it.
Okay, so there's a link for the GitHub for the remediation one. I posted it in the chat, so if you open up the chat, you can do that to pull up the link.
Got it.
So.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Corey, do you have that laid out over there, the calendar kind of?
So I can work on that tonight.
Okay.
So I just need to know, do I need to psych on the calendar mark every 4 days? We're going to rotate who's teaching, learning and teaching, or every week?
What do you guys think?
So do we want to rotate through all 4 of the topics each individually during the 3 weeks, or not all of them?
At this point, I feel like that may be excessive. If we've got 3 of us teaching it, 3 or 2, that would probably be enough, and then we can decide from there.
Yeah,
Okay, if we need more, we can always change our schedule.
Yeah.
So then weekly?
Would probably be best, I think.
Okay.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, small group meetings we're studying, or small Scrum meetings, and then Thursday we present.
To our group, yeah. I'll see if I can get in touch with the scheduling office to schedule a meeting room.
You can do a recurring schedule as well.
Yeah. So I mean, we can have hey, every Thursday at not 2:00.
Yeah.
You can do it during class.
We can just do it during class time.
Yeah, that's probably what we'd end up doing. So every Thursday at 11:30, and probably shoot for the MC just because that's centralized. I don't know where everyone's coming from.
MC will work fine.
Okay. Work.
Okay, anything else that we gotta bring before this group meeting before we call it?
We should choose our topics for this first part.
All right, let's just go down the list. Who wants Java collections?
Oh, where is it?
Well, don't everybody raise their hand at once.
I'll do it.
I was going to take JSON and QC JSON.
Okay. So I'll take Java collections. Jerem's got JSON and QC JSON. Jacob, what would you like to take?
I'm looking. JUnit tests.
Huh?
The JUnit test, as we said. So I'll take the Hibernate.
Okay.
Right down.
Is someone writing this down, or?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Corey. I was just making sure.
Yep.
Keep it on the schedule or something.
Yep. Okay, so I will have Hibernate. Jacob's have JUnit test. Jerem's doing the collections. Or JSON. Who's doing
JSON.
Okay, so you're doing JSON. And Greg, you're taking
Java collections.
Collections.
So do you want us to? We want to just present on what we found Thursday, like start now, because this week's kind of off. We're already at Tuesday.
We can always have a scheduled presentation thing on Thursday, and it may not be as in depth as other times.
Okay.
I'd say plan on having by next Thursday, our next full presentation meeting, having something going.
Okay.
That's a little more, but we can always use this Thursdays. Hey, here's where I'm at. Here's my understanding. So maybe in between now and Thursday, everyone just go take a chance to go glance between the doing stuff with Java and then whatever your topic is out of the doing more with book. So.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sounds good, guys.
Well, we will meet again.
Yep.
We'll meet again.
Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.